Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK journey video. So in today's AFK journey video, I'm going to provide some tips and tricks for you guys to clear through battle drills more easily, right? To provide some efficiency for your guild. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan for this game mode because usually I just follow the strategies by my guild and then clear through this game mode. And personally, I don't really like this game mode because you are kind of limited by the units you have. You usually want to fill your strongest units because the strongest units are the one that will give you more stats because all units are the same level, so there's no way for you to get more stats by having more levels, right? All the units are same levels. So the only way a unit get more stats is either having the EX weapon at a high level or having the tiers of a unit at a really high level. So usually these will be your strongest few units in your hero pool for the free-to-play as well as the light spenders. For the whales, if you have a lot of units you can fill, obviously there are some units that are generally better. So there's actually a few recommendations by the game itself. So these units, I'll say they are highly accurate in terms of what they are good at. Right, so there's a pool of units that are good for the stronghold nukers. They are usually your AoE units because they're able to kill multiple minions really fast, and then you're able to finish the passage brawl with as much time remaining as possible. So this is important. I'll explain it why later with the stamina portion. And then for the boss killers, they're usually units that are very strong for single target purposes. So this unit, unsurprisingly, is also the group that's really good for Dream Realm. So you guys can plan your hero collection in the camp based on what your guilds need. If you're somebody who is going to purely push the passage brawl, and then once you reach the final boss you switch out your units, it's also possible. So there's a lot of ways you can play around for your command center. There's a lot of ways where your guild can push you the contents. So just plan with your guild, right? Maybe the leaders can decide what to do and then instruct the guild what to do, and then from there you guys can try to achieve better results as a guild. So that's for the command center. In the command center itself, right, you can also see that you get 24 stamina every 24 hours. So this is one way you can get more stamina passively. Every 24 hours you just get 24 stamina on all the units within the command center itself. Another way for you to gain more stamina is to complete your passage brawl as fast as possible. So if you finish passage brawl with 60 seconds remaining, you'll get back 6 energy for all the units used. If you finish passage brawl with 45 seconds remaining, that's 4 energy for all units. If you finish within 30 seconds, that's 2 energy for all units. So I will showcase one battle to let you guys see what I mean by you want to do it as fast as possible. Yeah, so I'm going to fill this team for this stage so you guys can see for yourself. Okay, so in terms of the passageway, you want to use units with the AoE capabilities. In terms of the bossing compartment, basically if you see the stage has a lot of units, you want to use AoE units. If the stage has a single target like a boss or like just one monster standing there, then you use your single target unit. I think that's quite self-explanatory why. So that's that. So I finished with 60 seconds left, luckily for me. So as you guys can see, if you finish the battle with 60 seconds or more in terms of your timer, you get 6 stamina for all deployed heroes. If you do it within 45, that's 4. If 30, that's 2. Okay, so that's one way you can get energy as well. So what you want to do for passage brawl is to deploy as little units to clear as fast as possible. So obviously if your unit is uber strong, right, what you can do is you deploy 3 units, right, that's really powerful, and then clear it within the 60 second, the timer 60 second, and then you get 6 energy for the 3 units while using the least energy. So why do you want to do that? Because if you can do that, then you can have all your units do more runs. From there, you get more keys in terms of the chest over here. So this part is really important because other than achieving a good result as a guild, you kind of want to secure as much keys as possible so that you can unlock all these goodies from the chest of valor. So the 2 ways you can get keys, number 1 is from your reputation treasure. So you finish all these quests over here to get your reputation treasure leveled up all the way to level 5 at the highest difficulty. And then the other way is for you to do your runs in the battle drill itself. So you get keys from doing your normal passage brawl, you get keys from the stronghold, right? You get keys from the bosses as well as the final stronghold and also the Bloom Mother itself. So the reward, I'll say, for treasure key is quite RNG based. It doesn't mean that the more damage you do, the higher chance you will get it. Because I don't think they mentioned anything about that. So what you want to do is to do as many runs as possible. So being efficient with your stamina is really important. So one way is to maximize the gains from passage brawl so that you can do more runs from there. Okay, so that's for the personal, I'll say, rewards portion. So in terms of the chest of valor, people also often ask, do I choose adventurous treasure or stalwart horde? So if you're somebody who's free to play or you just started, I'll say pick stalwart horde, because the gems are very crucial for you to do as many pulls as possible so you can power up your team. But if you're somebody who's mid to heavy spender, I think adventurous treasure is better, because you'll be able to get guild medals, right? You'll also be able to get soul stones, which gives you the units. Guild medal is for the celestial hypogean units, which are really powerful. So you want to get as many coins as possible from here. If not, if you don't have a lot of resources, I'll say go for stalwart, because you get more gems, you can do more pulls, and then you can power up your units more easily, at least at the early to mid stage of the game itself. Okay, so this is what chest you want to choose. So for me, I will say I'll go for stalwart for my free to play account, because I want the gems. Okay, so we get, luckily for me, we get 1 invite letter, really good, and then we get 100 diamonds, so 50-50. Okay, so that's for the rewards portion. In terms of the buffs, right, there's actually only 2 tiles where you need to make a choice. So you get this buff if you clear the first round of the battle drill on 4 points. So you get it from here, right, Miasma Bridge. You get it from here, Trail of Thorns. You get it from here, which is Emerald Passage, as well as here, right, Tomb of the Soul Tree. So Tomb of the Soul Tree as well as Miasma Passage, you don't have a choice, because the buffs are, there's only 1 buff available. So it's Energy Flow as well as Divine Punishment. So I don't need to explain too much, because you don't have a choice. You just choose them once you finish the boss fight. So this will power up your units, all your units in the command center, and power up your guildmate as well, because everybody in the guild will get all this round buff. Okay, so first one is given to you at the start, and then if you talk about the buff that you get from the Miasma Bridge as well as the Trail of Thorns, in terms of what I'll recommend, number 1 is definitely Rising Valor, because Rising Valor is a really good buff to increase your max damage against the boss, because against the boss stages you have a full 90 seconds to hit the boss for as much damage as possible, so you have a lot of time to build up the max stack. At the same time, this buff is a permanent buff, right? So there are certain buffs with a limited duration. For the boss battle, the goal of Battle Drill is to do as much damage as possible. So against the bosses, you want to have permanent buffs that can stack up a lot, and Rising Valor is the best for that choice. Then for the other choice, you have Focus Hit and Versatile Style. So personally, if you're somebody who's weaker, your units are not very powerful, you have a weaker account compared to like the whales of your guild, then I'll say Versatile Style is the better one, because this gives you some defensive stat with 15% attack, so you get a little bit damage while surviving longer. If you're somebody who has all the units very strong, right, go for the other one, which is Focus Hit. So Focus Hit gives you, I think, defense penetration as well as crit. So that is better to jam in more damage. So you can, if you can survive, then you want to jam in more damage, then that will be better. If you are weaker, then Versatile Style will be better to survive through the full battle against the boss. At the same time, you can also do your passage brawl more easily, because all your units can survive better. So choose this one, the 3, based on what you need, based on what units you have, based on how your guild, how fast they are progressing, as well as the strategy that your guild want to adopt. Okay, so for the camp stats, basically as you finish through the map, you will get the bonus levels, which will give all these stats to everyone in the guild, so benefits all your unit as well as all the units of your other guildmates as well. So that's for the round buff. In terms of how you want to tackle it, personally I'll say split your members equally, so you can push both paths together and then eventually converge in the middle path, which is the Dowset Gouge over here. So for those of you guys who are in the earlier stages, for those of you guys who are new to the game, you guys probably will be in the simpler map. The idea is pretty much the same. You want to have like equal members on both sides, and then push and then converge together, so everybody can get both the buffs from both the strongholds over here. Okay, so that's pretty much it, I guess. In terms of the bossing movements, right, I'll say move towards one side first, because if you move towards one side, number 1, you get the level buff after defeating the boss. I can't show you guys because my guild already cleared it. You also can unlock the second buff or the last buff from the Emerald Passage first, or from the Tomb of Soul Tree based on how your guild want to progress. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, right? These are the simple tips and tricks that I have for you guys. In terms of the unit metas, I might release a separate tier list for this game mode. I don't think there's a need to, but I might. So stay tuned for that. If you guys want to see it, let me know down in the comment section below. If there's enough demand, if there's a lot of people asking for it, who knows, maybe I will consider doing it. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe in order to see more, and I'll see you guys again in my next video.